How we doing, guys? Welcome to Wasted Lunch, the perfect place to waste your lunch. I'm Paul McVeigh, and I'm on late today. Time is 1:16 Oven Standard. Yeah, I had a heck of a honeydew list today. Oh my. Been out running. If you know me good enough, you know I'm not talking about physically running, okay? No, I'm talking about the kind of errands, running errands, you know? Having to traipse all around town. What's happening, Jamie? How we doing? Just got back from traipsing around town doing a honeydew list. Lots of fun, you know? And all these things on this list that I've performed, all these places I've stopped, not one of them has actually been for me. No fun. No fun for the pollster. That's why I'm on so late today. So we got a thumbs up from Jamie. How's life been treating you? I hope it has been fantastic. Today, I would have to say today's been a pretty good day, but busy so far. Yeah. And the big excitement is over the weekend, going to be taking my kids to a thing called Christmas in the Village. In the village of Navarre there. They're having a big whoop-de-doo, for lack of a better term. Going to have festivities at different places and churches in that town, and that's why I've had to do the running. Not for myself, but for my wife, you know. Jamie says, things are good. Glad you are doing well, buddy. Well, thank you. Thank you, and I'm glad to hear things are going good on your end. I don't think I've ever, I was going to say saw you, but I can't see you. I don't think I've ever had you participate on Wasted Lunch. So, welcome. I think this is a first. A Wasted Lunch virgin, so to speak. So, good to have you on here. But, and since I don't believe you've ever been on, usually what happens is get on here and then people start hopping on and we start talking about things, and sometimes I'll have subjects that I'm planning on talking about, and I'll talk about those and get other people's opinions. Jamie says thanks. And there's another thing. There's usually a little delay, okay, when you put comments in. It usually takes a second to get to me. It must be a Facebook thing, but yeah, we end up jaw-jacking and talking about things. So usually things will start out on one subject and then they go crazy, I tell you. But yesterday, just put this out there, guys, if you didn't see it, yesterday was a very important show to me, and hopefully it will be a very important show to other people, and it was all about what is going on with the mental health care in this area and in a lot of other areas in our nation. It's bad. The situation is grim out there for people who need mental health care. It's really bad. There's less and less place for people to turn to, and that's exactly what I talked about yesterday on yesterday's show with Angela Brogan, who is who's been working in mental health for years and is working on becoming a nurse practitioner with a psychiatric background. So that's who I talked to yesterday. So if you missed it, and even if you think this doesn't pertain to me, by all means watch it, because it's an important subject that I think there needs to be more consciousness about. Okay, there, I just plugged yesterday's show. Kind of weird, but I do. I think it's that important that's why I'm bringing that up, because I think people do need to talk about this stuff. It's very important. All you have to do is look at the news if you want to see that there is a problem with the mental health going on these days, and people not getting treatment that they need. Let's see, Michael Harlan's on with us. What's happening? I hope you're doing great. was just talking about the state of mental health care. Yeah, yesterday's show was pretty weird. It started out, we were BSing about some fun things, and then all of a sudden I had a guest and finally got the show I've been wanting to about mental health crisis going on. And in the future, usually we don't get too serious here, but in the future, another one of the things we're going to end up talking about when I get the chance. Already put Mrs. Brogan on the spot, so hopefully she will feel pressured to hop on the show again in the future and talk about the opioid crisis as well. So I look forward to that. No, it's not a happy ho-ha kind of subject, but let's face it, it's a reality, and I think the more people are talking about the more conscious we are of it, the more we all will be taking part together to do something to bring about some change. Let's see, Angela Brogan was talking yesterday about politicians being involved, and some of these politicians actually having background in mental health, and how it's important to look into that and to try and get people elected that know something about the medical industry, which I think is a great idea. She brought up some really good stuff. I can't say enough about having her on. I really appreciated her being on. Let's see, Sean Stout's with us too. What's up, Sean? How we doing? I was just shamelessly plugging yesterday's show because the thing is, if you're if this is a one-time thing, the first time you saw this, I can't say enough about yesterday's show. You know how yesterday ended up talking about the mental health crisis. I just can't say enough about it. I really want people to be aware of this and talking about it. That's a subject that I think makes a lot of people uncomfortable talking about. But, sometimes, at some point in your life, most people's lives, things get down and out, So I think life is, I think you should spend your life looking out for yourself for sure. You need to look out for oneself, but you need to look out for your brothers and sisters out there too. That's very important, And we're losing our sense of community, I believe, in this 21st century here. We're losing our sense of community, even though we are getting connected globally. Person-to-person communication is sinking. It's dying. It's disappearing. With all the smartphones and everything else, we know how to text one another, and we're losing touch with actually being able to communicate face-to-face, look each other in the eyes, give each other a good old-fashioned American arm-pumping handshake that used to be so important to us. And I'm worried that we're going to be losing that with this next generation. So it's up to us to make sure that stays alive. My gosh. We're going to get old someday, and we're going to have people taking care of us that don't know how to deal with people. You think these orderlies and people who take care of people at nursing homes are bad now. Imagine this next wave of kids that don't have any idea how the hell to interact with people, and then they'll be taking care of us. That's going to be scary, isn't it? Sean, how are you doing, buddy? I'm sorry I didn't inquire as to your status today. I hope you're doing good, buddy. And let's see. Old friend of mine from school is on here, Sean, Jamie, and she's never been on here. So Sean is one of the dependable dudes, I will say. There are dudettes too that hop on the show from time to time and participate. Sean says, hopefully it gets better. Yeah, well, I hope it does. And, but we can all be responsible for it. I think, I try. I'm not, my goodness, I am no angel, okay? But I try to make my interactions with everybody when I'm out and about in the world. I try and make them pleasant, as simple as that sounds, I think it really makes a difference. I know it makes a difference when I bump into somebody I don't know and they apologize and they're friendly with me and look me in the eyes. No, that makes me feel good. So try and reciprocate that. See, Sean says he's starting to get a stuffy nose. My gosh, you can't get a break. Can't get a break, Sean. Maybe you need to change that lint trap. You're always doing laundry. Maybe that lint trap isn't cutting the mustard anymore. Is that it? Well, speaking of things people don't speak about very much, or don't do much anymore, I started reading the Tales of the Arabian Nights. I started reading them. I started reading 2 actual books at the same time. Well, not right exactly at the same time. But what I would do is I'd read one story from one translation of the Arabian Nights and then read the similar story from a different translation, because, you know, the Arabian Nights was not just written by one person. You know, doesn't just have an author. You know, Morty Dillheimer wrote the 1001 Arabian Nights. No, that's not how it works. It's a translation of folk tales, right? So it's very interesting to me how these 2 books are translated. Okay, it's funny because one of the books, which is in more modern English, just totally leaves out so many stories in it. And then the other one, which is in Old English, which is kind of hard to understand. You know, you kind of got to chew your way through some of this Old English wordage, but it has so much more content to it. And it's very interesting. I've already read 4 or 5 stories out of the one and 2 stories out of the other one. So it's really interesting stuff. And my gosh, I'll tell you, kind of explicit. There's some very adult material in there. Not kids reading at all. Okay, there's beheadings, there's immorality, there's, you know, adultery, and it's not for kids at all. This is not Walt Disney's Aladdin at all. Oh my gosh. So, let's see, Sean says the seasons are also starting. Could just be my sinuses. Okay, so you got seasonal allergies, which I don't know. Luckily, I don't think I have that. Let's see, Jamie says, so sorry, I have to jump off for a work conference call. Take care, and we'll join again. Take care of yourself. Well, you take care of yourself too, Jamie. I hope your work conference goes awesome. And yeah, by all means, feel free to hop in here and just jump in, whatever the subject is sometime, all right? We'll see you later. Sean says, at least we are done with thunderstorms. That's one thing I'm excited is over. You're not a fan of thunderstorms, eh? Well, I am a fan of thunderstorms. I really am. I'll admit that right now. I like thunderstorms. I don't, don't get me wrong. I don't like limbs falling on people. I don't like people getting hit by lightning or whatever, or the bad things come from it. But I like the sounds of it. Okay. I like the energy in the air, as long as it's not lightning hitting me, I've always found thunderstorms kind of relaxing. It's weird. Let's see. Sean says, hey, Paul, just out of curiosity, how long have you been doing Wasted Lunch? That is a great question. That's a great question. And hello, Kathy. Sean just asked how long it's been since I started doing Wasted Lunch. It's a fantastic question. I am not sure exactly. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. I'm wanting to guess, and this is just a guess, Sean. I'm wanting to guess that I started doing it in early summer, maybe, and it wasn't such a regular thing. Okay, it wasn't. I don't think it was necessarily every day. Okay, and at first I didn't even call it Wasted Lunch. All right, I just hopped on and kind of did my own thing. talked about whatever was on my mind, and that was pretty much it in the beginning. That's what happened. So then it kind of evolved. You know, it kind of evolved from there. Sean says, you need to do a 1-year anniversary special. Yes, I do. Well, once I figure out when my first broadcast is, then I will plan on doing a 1-year anniversary special. I will make sure I wear a fantastic, outrageous hat. Okay. You already know I like my hats. All right. And I'm going to have a special hat for when I do a 1-year anniversary. What's up, Russ? What's going on? How's it going? Hopefully fantastic. But yeah, when I do a 1-year anniversary special, then I will have a fantastic hat. Maybe I'll even have a cool backdrop behind me. Voila! Something fancy schmancy. Nah, not fancy schmancy. Heck with fancy schmancy. Something interesting. Something pleasing to the eyes. Or maybe curiosity even. My dog's whining at me. What is wrong? Uh-oh. Looks like her bowl is empty. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to hop off. I'm not. I'm going to hop off camera and get my doggy something to eat. Are you hungry? All right. Let me get you some food, pup. Okay. There you go. That's all I can think she's whining about. She just was outside. Let's see. Sean says, you never finished Cannibal Week. Cannibal Weed was fun. Well, I'm glad you liked it, dude. And I do, you know what? I've been tossing around the idea in my head for the last week or so of finishing the Cannibal Week because there was only one damn day left. 1 day. That's right. I ended up not doing the very last day of Cannibal Week, and I promise you I will finish Cannibal Week, okay? I will finish it. And I think I have the movie in mind to watch to be the last Cannibal movie for Cannibal Week. I think I have it. I'm not going to say what it is. So I don't want to say it's going to be something and then watch something else, but I am going to finish Cannibal Week, I promise. And I'm really glad you liked that. And hearing you tell me that it was fun makes me feel better too. It's a simple thing. Sean says week, not weed. Yeah, it's a simple thing being told that something you did was cool or fun or something like that, but it makes a difference. It really does. It really does make a difference when you're the guy putting stuff out there and putting material out and somebody says that, then I appreciate it, pretty much, in simple words. As Sean says, you need to watch Bone Tomahawk. Yes, I do. I need to figure out how in the hell I can see it. You know, it used to be I had that Fire Stick, which I still have the Fire Stick, but the program doesn't work. And so I can't watch it like that. Sean says, one letter can change a whole sentence. Yeah, it can. You know, Cannibal Week got turned into Cannibal Weed. So it's like picturing a bunch of pot eating itself. It's funny how that works. Like the one day somebody said, well, they were talking about heavy garbage bags. Okay, I can't even remember who did it. I don't know if it was you or Mike. I think it was Mike. I think it was Mike Lint did it. And instead of putting a B on the word bags, he put V. So I read it as something like heavy-duty garbage vages. You know, I'm sorry, and that's why I read stuff just as it looks, because it's funny. You know, Teresa will write these lists. Like today, I had this list. You know, I had this honeydew list, and you know, I will read it exactly how it sounds out loud in front of her, and sometimes she gets frustrated with it. Sometimes she actually laughs also. Sean says you can go from sorting laundry to snorting laundry. Yeah. I mean, think about that. If I would have just, went ahead, filled in the blanks, corrected it in my mind, and read it how I figured you meant, it wouldn't have been as much fun. I mean, I'm thinking of you, when you put snorting laundry, I'm picturing you with, full body pajamas sticking out of one of your nostrils. That's funny. It's funny. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. So, that's why I do that. And I'm not going to pretend that I've never flubbed. Okay. Especially with the spell check shit. Alright, I'll put down something exactly how I want it to be, and then I'll make a space for my next word, and it'll correct the last word to what it thinks is correct, even if it's not correct. That's what pisses me off about the spell check. Okay, I don't want it on. I need to figure out how to turn it the hell off, but I don't know how to turn it off on my phone. So I'm stuck with it. A little bit lighter news. Today I actually have, I didn't even have a pun intended for that, but lighter news, I have a lighter today. Yeah, no toaster today. I'm moving on up to the east side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. No, I have a lighter today. So, won't be seeing me use the toaster today. If that, for whatever the hell that's worth. But, anyways, yeah, dude. This Arabian Nights book stuff. I'll tell you, it's some good stuff. Sean says, did you find it? Yes, I did. I actually found it, and I'll tell you exactly where I found the lighter. It was on the floor, right beside of my bed. On my side of the bed, too. So, I lost it. Blame falls upon my shoulders. It was me. I lost it. Period. But I found it. But yeah, Sean, dude, I'm telling you, the Arabian Nights, man, is some good reading. Some good reading. It's good stuff. I'm pretty jazzed about it, if you can't tell. I'm pretty jazzed. But it is not for kids. The Arabian Nights are not kid stories. Or at least not all of them. Damn. I'm telling you, man. This one, the one, because I got two versions of it. The one is, it's pretty risque. Sean says, was waiting to see you grab some sticks outside and start rubbing against them. Well, I hope you mean rubbing the sticks against each other and not rubbing myself against a stick. But, yeah, and it probably wouldn't work with how soggy it was, so I'd be rubbing them damn sticks together for a long time, wouldn't I? I just don't know why this isn't working. It doesn't seem to be catching. Rubbing two soggy-ass sticks. Jonah's on here. How we doing, Jonah? Jonah says, Happy G. Oh. Thank you. Happy G to you, Jonah. Oh, okay. Then Jonah says, Happy Game Day, Tiger Nation. All right. Well, I was driving around Tiger Town today and could not help but think about the good old Massillon Tigers today. I started my errand running today in Perry Heights. So I come into Massillon by way of Lincoln Way. And then, there's the sign, what is it? Is it 24-time state champs? Massillon, home of the Tigers, is up there. And I felt a sense of pride. And I thought, my gosh, wouldn't it be good to have another state championship? Wouldn't that be awesome? Sean says, yeah, dude, don't rub yourself against some sticks. You may get a splinter or two. Yeah. I don't like splinters, so I'm definitely not going to do that. Not going to do that. I try not to. I'm not a big wood rubber too much. Another thing I'm going to try to do today, guys, is try and not drink as much damn coffee. I'm going to try and combat that with drinking water, then coffee, water, then coffee, and so on and so forth. We'll see how that works out for me. Okay. Sean says, is Nala a loud eater? Yes, she is. You must have just heard her a second ago. Yeah, she's a loud eater. But then again, so am I. I just don't eat while I'm on the air. That would be disgusting. I'm really weird about, I don't like to eat in front of a camera. Now, if you hear some crunching going on, it's my cat. And what's weird is, the cat eats the dog food. Okay, which is weird. Because usually, it's nothing for a dog to eat cat food, but usually it doesn't work the other way around. Let's see, Jonas says, sorry, I am a Giant Eagle, and it tried to connect me to the damn Wi-Fi, so instead of my full game day wish, it left me with Happy G. Yeah, that's them trying to get you to say Happy Giant Eagle, damn it. Infiltrating your phone. Wi-Fi. I hate it when I'm somewhere and they have Wi-Fi, and it's one of those deals where you have to have a code number or password or whatever. I don't use Wi-Fi too much, though, because of that. It seems like every time I'm somewhere and there's Wi-Fi, it's not really free and open anyways. Jonah says, my dog always eats my cat's food. LMAO. Yeah, well, it's I think cat food, I think in the animal world, it must taste better than dog food, right? Because usually dogs would prefer cat food, all right? But I got a weird situation because this cat is eating the damn dog food. But maybe the dog food's a little chewier because my cat I think she's lost a couple teeth, so maybe that has something to do with it. Sean says if a dog eats cat food, it won't get enough, and if a cat eats dog food, it will get too much. Jonah says, I'm my dad's shadow. I'm letting him do the shopping. I will just put the bags in the cart. Oh, that's good. It's good of you. I'll tell you what I cannot stand seeing. When I'm at the grocery store and there's a lady there and she's got, a healthy looking son standing there watching her load up her grocery cart. I don't know why that bugs the hell out of me. Maybe it's because of how I was brought up to, hey, the bags are there, you load that stuff up, you're the son, do it. So it bothers me when I'm seeing some damn teenager just standing around with his phone on, pissing about with it while his mom has to do it. That bugs me. Jonah says, wasted lunch is where the fun is. Right on. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, you guys help make it fun, too. So, yeah. Let's see. Sean says, one of my former cats actually threw up after eating dog food. Oh, former cats. So you gave the cat to somebody or the cat died? Just picturing former cat. Sean signed over this cat. It is no longer my cat. It was formerly my cat. So I don't know if Sean means it went on to cat heaven or if he gave the cat up or what. Let's see. Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know, but now I'm picturing my cat throwing up from eating this damn dog food. Okay, Sean says we gave it to a friend. Okay, well, it makes sense. The former cat thing makes absolute sense then. Yeah, this cat, I don't know. Maybe the dog food agrees with her better. Like I said, she's an older cat now. I hate even admitting that she's an older cat. It seemed like yesterday she was a young damn cat. Sean says he needed a cat for mouse control. That's good. Cats, you got the right cat. You get a good mouser, and they help. Jonah says, I have my headphones in and am making it look like I am listening to music. So far, so good. LMAO. Okay, so Jonah is watching Wasted Lunch on the sly. Nice. Nice. So he's cruising around Giant Eagle and he's actually wasting lunch with us. Cool. Cool. I can only imagine some of the things people are doing when they're watching. Well, we know Jimmy Lawson has admitted that he's been at work on his break out in his car, and it appears from outside his car that he's been laughing at his own crotch before. So yeah, which I just picture that, him laughing at his crotch, and here he's probably, had his phone in his lap, and oh my gosh, and now Jonah's shopping while watching Wasted Lunch. And isn't that cool, though? That is one of the cool things about the technology, though. That is one of the cool things, because I talk about the evils of it, even though I'm using it right now. But that's one of the cool things about it is, you can be watching and listening to something on the go, man. Like me, I'll get on my treadmill and I'll look up YouTube and I'll watch an episode of The Red Green Show. So my ass is doing my treadmill. I'm, walking and walking and walking, and I'm watching a damn TV show while I'm doing it. And there's no TV down there right in front of it. It's my phone I'm using. I'm using my damn phone. So that, it's not all evil. It's how you use it, I guess, and how much you use it, I think, is where the problem lies. And it's so hard. It's hard not to answer that damn phone, isn't it? When it rings or there's a notification, it's so damn hard not to answer it. Let's see. Jonah says, I am laughing while looking at boxes of damn cereal. Wasted Lunch late has come in handy today. Swing! Good. Glad to be of service. Yeah, so everybody's looking at Jonah right now thinking, what is wrong with this idiot? What the hell is wrong with this kid? Look at him. He looks so normal and he's laughing at cereal boxes. They're thinking that's the kind you feed with a long-handled spoon. You know what I mean? Wow. I love that saying. Shit. But yeah. And that's the funny thing. Yeah, you can be off in your own damn world. Nobody knows. It's weird. It's weird. I gotta find my headphones. Because the other day I split screened it and had Sean on, was talking, and I could barely hear him. And I know if I had some damn headphones on, I would have been able to hear him better. So I gotta dig out my headphones. I don't know what the hell I did with them, though. Something to look for. Let's see. Sean says, currently cleaning a cut that I have no idea how I got. Dude, I do that shit all the time. You get bruises and cuts and stuff, and Teresa will be like, what happened? What happened? And then I'm like, I don't know. And then she's like looking at me like I'm lying to her, like there's some kind of deep, dark secret as to how I got some kind of bruise or abrasion, and she's like, how can you not know? And I'm like, I don't know. I've trained myself to just ignore it, unless like a chunk of meat or something falls off of my body, I ignore it, or there's like an audible crunch noise to an injury. I can pretty much ignore it, unfortunately. That's just how that goes. I don't know if it's a guy thing. Maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know. But, yeah, I bump into shit, bruise myself, and I just keep on going. I don't pay attention to it, and then she sees it. Let's see. Jonah says, I feel sorry for anyone who passes me in the aisles. I keep laughing, and it's at the most random times. I could hardly hear Sean as well. It probably was his connection that caused it to be quiet. Yeah. Well, and that's, You know, that's one of the pluses I got, that I've done this so many times and I've listened back to them so many times, because I'll listen to what we've talked about afterwards so I can come up with some kind of a crazy ass title trying to contain all the ideas and things we talk about. So I've listened to them and I can tell what we can hear and what we can't. So I've learned, make sure that my ass is speaking up. See, Jonah's asking, are you going to the playoff game in Mansfield tonight, Sean? What do you think, Sean? You going? Sean says, wait, did you say if there's a crunch, you ignore it? No. I ignore it unless there's some sort of audible crunch sound. Then I pay attention to some kind of injury that I have. If there's a crunching, or, you know, or it feels like a hunk of meat fell off of me, then I will pay attention to the wound. Jonah says, you come up with great titles for our crazy-ass conversations. Thank you. I appreciate that very much, Jonah. And you know, it just, well, the content, you know, what we talk about, it's just, some of it is so damn crazy, you know. And it's real pain in the ass, though, when I upload it to YouTube, because YouTube, you guys have probably already heard me gripe about it, they won't let me put large titles on. So I got to try and crunch it down and make it very compact for YouTube. And so that's kind of tough. Sean says, I have no idea. We'll let you know later. So Sean will hit you up later on about whether or not he's going to the game. Which, damn it, Sean, I would think, let me go back a phrase here. Going to the playoff game in Mansfield tonight, Sean. I would think you already would know whether or not you were going to the game. Packing my cigarette. I am not doing the 5-knuckle shuffle here, alright, guys? Just if you see my hand pumping, it just letting you know what I'm doing. Although I don't have to. Could leave it to your imagination, but I was packing my cigarette. Okay, that's all there was to that. Moving along. Yeah, guys, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say right now. I've been a little envious of you guys for keeping up with the football situation. Like I said, when I rolled into Massillon today from Perry Heights and kind of felt the old Tiger pride popping up in me, I felt kind of like, damn, I wish I had been watching the games, you know, because it's got to be exciting right now. Let's see, Jonah says, I can keep you updated, Sean. It's no problem, buddy. So there, he's gonna let you know what's happening. There we go. Sorry to gargle on air, but it just felt like the right thing to do. It was very refreshing, actually. So let's see. Jonah's going to the game. Sean's not sure if he's going to the damn game. I'm not going to the game. I'm going to be running. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be running more today. More running around, more errands tonight, I think. Well, not really errands. I got to do some pickup service. I got to be taxiing, but that's not a problem. I got to pick up family, so that's not a complaint there. But yeah, what a day! What a day! Yeah, my Teresa is going to be doing this Christmas in the Village. I think it's on Sunday in Navarre. Over at St. Clement's Church is where she's going to be at. Yes. Shameless plug for the craft show there, right there. Homemade candies. And you know what she's going to be making next year? She almost made them this year, guys, but she will make them next year. She damn well better make them next year. Our Tiger lollipops. Chocolate Obi lollipops. Yes. She's going to be making those babies next year. So I don't know. Maybe I can talk her into making a couple this year. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see. Jonah says, I had my phone in my jacket pocket, and when you gargled whatever, and it was funny as shit because it sounded like an echo because my phone was in my pocket. Sean says Paul's already got the hat and kind of looks like Robert Englund. Why do you say that? That's such an insult. Maybe he could be the next Freddy Krueger. Jeez, that's an insult. I heard they're trying to reboot the franchise a second time. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be compared to him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did, oh gosh. It'd be like me comparing you to Jason Voorhees without the hockey mask. Nobody wants to hear that shit about themselves. My goodness. Wow. Oh gosh, I guess it's a hat, huh? Damn. I'm gonna have to lose a hat. I'm gonna have to start wearing a beanie or some shit. Oh my gosh. Sean, I thought you loved me. What happened to the love? Sean says, why not? He seems like a cool dude. Robert Englund, cool? Come on. Oh, man. Before he got that Freddy gig, he always played geeks. He always played nerds. Jonah says, Sean, that's a dick move, man. If he would turn out as Freddy, you best believe he's coming for your ass. Yeah. I got something for your ass, boy. Yeah, how about meeting Rosie Palmer and her 4 sisters? Or 5. Does he have 5 claws? I don't even know. It's been a long time since I watched Freddy Krueger shit. Yeah. Freddy, fire your ass, Sean. Oh, man. I was gargling water. Let's see, what kind is it? Deer Park water. 100% natural spring water. Let me read this. Sometimes these are interesting, guys. Let's see, sources. Here we go. Check out. This is the sources for this water. Frontier Springs, located in New Tripoli, Pennsylvania. Bangor, PA. Stroudsburg, PA. Higgins, PA. South Coventry, PA. Pine Grove, PA. Newmanstown, PA. And or Oakland, Maryland. Wow, that's a lot of different places to possibly be getting your damn water from, huh? Sean says, I'm not saying you are a child killer. I'm just saying you kind of look like the actor that plays him. Thank you. I'll tell you, I just, I guess I would have rather been compared to a more attractive actor, I guess. Let's see. Jonah says, Sean, you would make a perfect Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Here's Jonah coming to my defense. Thank you. I feel so violated. Yeah, when you think a hot star, you just don't think Robert Englund, which, I'm not saying I'm a supermodel for crying out loud, but jeez. Doggy is whining at me. What do you want? What do you want? You have water. You've got food. You just ate. Jonah says Sean would go for all of the little girl's skin for his face. Oh, gosh. That's horrible. All of the little girl's skin for his face. How about it, Sean? Does that sound like something you'd be doing? Sean says, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings with just trying to get you an acting gig. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'll pass on that one. I'd make a chubby Freddy Krueger. What's the matter, girl? What do you want? She's whining at me. Oh my gosh. So Sean's my manager. He's looking for me a job. An acting gig, huh? Wow, I even got an agent. Got an agent now. Sean's my agent. Wow. Let's see. Sean says, 1, 2, Paul is coming for you. Oh my gosh, it'd be more like 3, 4. Better lock your refrigerator with me. Oh gosh, look at me. I'm making fun of myself. That's true. I like to eat. a little too damn much, but it's true. So yeah, so you guys are going to be going to the game, having a good time, and then let's see, this weekend I'm going to be Christmas in the Villaging. Actually, you know what? I lied, guys. There's I think it's going on tomorrow. Whoops, I misinformed people. There's something going on tomorrow. I got to take my kids to. Maybe it's not Christmas in the Village. I don't know. Yeah. See, this is where it'd be good if my wife was on here. She could correct me and say, Paul, you dumbass, it's happening this and that time. But she's not on here. What do you want, Nola? Do you have to go potty? Do you have to go outside? What do you need? I think she needs to go outside. Jonah says modern day Frank Sinatra or modern day Indiana Jones. Take your pick, Paul. Hey, Sean, at least I can give good actor, singer gigs. Thanks. Thank you, Jonah. I like that. I can handle that. I can handle the modern day Indiana Jones. I can be Ohio Jones. Ohio Johnson. Or Paul Sinatra here. Frank Mick Sinatra. Thank you, Jonah. I'll stick with that. Sean says, hey, man, I always thought Robert was cool. So he's a Robert Englund fan. Wow. I think I gotta take my dog outside real quick. Alright, Joe. Alright. I'm wondering, I'm starting to think she just wanted to go squirrel hunting. Oh, damn dog. You ever get that feeling that you stepped in something? Like poop or something? I got that feeling, guys. Woo! Thank goodness that feeling was wrong. My gosh. Sean says you could at least be a stunt double. Oh, jeez, damn. Sean's really trying to sell me on this. Jonah says, it's okay, Sean, we love you. You can be Paul's short round. Indiana Jones. You call him Dr. Jones. Lady. I remember old short round. Sean being short round. You call him Dr. Jones, lady. Oh my gosh. Speaking of feelings, did you guys ever have one of those imaginary raindrops land on you when you're inside your house? Anybody ever have that happen? You're sitting around and you feel something wet drip on you. And you look, like let's say that feeling is on your arm or your hand, and you look, and there's no water or anything there. Anybody ever have that? The imaginary raindrop shit? I just had that happen for the first time in years yesterday. Alright? I was in my bathroom, and no, I didn't pee on the back of my neck. Okay, I know that's not what happened. But the back of my neck felt like I had a raindrop hit me. I hate that. Jonah says, hell yes. I'm like, what the actual hell just fell on me? It's weird. It's weird. Sean says, Jonah could be Leprechaun. LOL. My bad, man. I love you. Please don't hurt me. He just called you a leprechaun. Oh, brother. I never saw that. No, I did see that movie. Oh, gosh. What a crazy, silly movie. But yeah, those imaginary raindrops, those things are weird, man. Like I said, I was in the bathroom and I felt it on the back of my neck. And I looked up at the ceiling, to make sure, okay, do I have a leak or something? And no, there was no leak. It was one of those damn imaginary raindrops. I don't know how the hell that works. I don't know what the science is behind them. Probably hasn't even been any studies on imaginary raindrops. Shit just happens so randomly. But I haven't had it happen for years until just the other day. It was weird. I think it was yesterday, actually. But I used to get those when I was a kid. Feel them on my arm or my hand, and no rain. No rain in the house. Let's see. So, Sean's calling Jonah a leprechaun. Leprechaun! Looking for his gold. Yeah, I don't recall that movie very much. I know I saw it, but it was, I didn't really get into it too much. Wow. I've got a whole bag of these little tins. I keep bumping, I'm making a bunch of noise. Jonah says, if your piss stream can hit your neck, that's a big red flag. And I'm fine with being a leprechaun. I'm short as shit and I'm Irish. Sean, stay the hell away from my Lucky Charms. Nobody be touching my damn Lucky Charms. Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't want to mention it, but I was thinking, yeah, Bailey, you probably are Irish. Yeah. So, that kind of hits home there. Leprechaun. Which, I've never been to Ireland. My sister's been to Ireland. Some of them people over there still believe in that stuff and believe in fairies and stuff. Can you believe that? Kind of weird. Let's see. Sean says, you don't want to know what I did to your Lucky Charms. Oh, brother. I can only imagine. Only imagine what Sean would do if he had 10 minutes alone with a bowl of your cereal. And then, would you eat it? Seriously, would you leave a bowl of cereal in a room alone with Sean for about 10 minutes, then come back in the room, and would you eat the cereal? How deep is your trust in Sean? That's what this question's about. Sean says, I got Irish in me. To my grandma's maiden name was McCann. Oh, their name was McCann. McCann. Let's see. Jonah says, I would love to go to Ireland. Sean, I bet you shoved them up your ass. I don't trust you. Yeah, well, when your Lucky Charms look like Cocoa Puffs, that's when you don't eat them. You know. If they look more like, Cocoa Puffs with a melange of Cocoa Pebbles in them, don't eat them. I'm just picturing Sean now cramming them and boom, 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 unloading them into a bowl. Thanks for the imagery, Jonah. Thanks a lot. I bet he shoved them up your ass. Oh gosh, guys. Oh wow. Well, there's the answer to my question. Jonah would not eat a bowl of cereal that was left in a room alone with Sean. How about you, Sean? Would you trust Jonah to not molest your food while you weren't in the room? Would you trust him? Oh my gosh, I just got one of those fake friend requests. Let's see, you ever get fake, I know I'm talking about one thing and then another. You ever get one of these fake friend requests? I get them. I get them from people who, aren't like real people. Well, Sean says they came from Ireland, then moved to Canada, then to Michigan, and finally to Ohio. Oh, okay. I met some folks that were from Canada. I can't remember what part of it, Nova Scotia or something. And these people, their accents sounded like they were from Ireland, straight from Ireland, but they were Canadians. It was really weird. Oh gosh, Jonah said he might add his own milk to it, so that is also a big no. Heavy cream. It's heavy cream. And it's slightly curdled, that's all. Jonah says I get those all the damn time. Yeah. Yeah, I get these fake friend requests, and it looks like these chicks that are like supermodels, and a lot of the times they're in these poses and shit, suggestive poses. I don't know why people would even do that. I don't know what the gimmick is all about, but I just, delete them. Sean says, well, he would do something else that I can't say on Wasted Lunch. It involves something with the middle region of the body, and I can live for 5 days. I'm guessing you mean without food. Jonah says, my family came from Scotland and Ireland. They went to Virginia, some in Kentucky, and then Ohio. Yeah, that's the story of my part of my family there. Some of them were from Ireland and Scotland, and I got a few other ethnicities blended in there. But I usually just identify myself, I guess, as Scottish and Irish, just to make it easy. But yeah, I got more on me. I got other blends, twists, and flavors too. Sean says, well, he already said it as I was typing. Okay, so Jonah, either I said it or Sean's saying either you or I beat him to the punch. So I think he's talking about you though, Jonah. We talking about the cereal still. Oh gosh. Vulgar cereal. That's funny, because talking about people's cereal and messing with it, one day my brother woke up and he was extra grumpy. I don't know if he had a bowl of Fruit Loops or whatever, made himself a bowl of it, and he left the room, and my brother was a bear when it came to the mornings. Waking up, he was a jerk when he woke up. I love my brother. He's a great guy, but he was mean when he woke up. And one morning he woke up, made himself a bowl of cereal, left the room, went to the bathroom or something. My cousin was in the room with me, and I took a few big scoops, and I'm like, stuffed them in my mouth, and then went, and drooled them out of my mouth back into his bowl, placed a spoon in there. He was none the wiser. So there's a true cereal story. Sean says, beat him to the punch, LOL. Okay. Jonah says, I am also English, Italian, and I believe some German. I do have part Native American blood running through my veins as well. Yeah, doesn't sound a whole lot different than me. I'm a blend. Which, you can look at it a couple ways. Some people are like, well, I can't just say I'm plain old this or that. But, variety's good too. Variety's good. See, I can blame things on different cultural attributes, I can say, well, I drank too much. Well, I'm Irish. That's my problem, or I'm too analytical. Well, that's because I'm part German, shit like that. Sean says, I have no Italian in me. Right now is where Jonah says, do you want some? Sorry, that was low. That was low and disgusting, I'll admit it. But, yeah, so you can blame that stuff on ethnicity. Go ahead, be racist against yourself. You're allowed. It's you. But, I used to say about a couple of my kids, they're part Irish or part Italian. They beat themselves up. But, that's America, the big melting pot. At one time people wouldn't have done that. One time people stayed, 100% with people from wherever they came from. So, just shows you how American you are, that's all. The great melting pot. Now I'm wondering where in the hell my dog is. I let her out. She's probably gallivanting across the damn countryside. And I'm in here talking. Oh, my wife was on for a second. What happened to her? Teresa, what's happening? Teresa, when is this craft show? Because I think I said the wrong damn time, wrong damn date, and everything else. See, Teresa's on here. Hi, honey. So straighten me up on this time and date and place. I'll leave it to you. You know what the hell's going on. I don't. Sean says let's see. I'm English, German, Hungarian, Scottish, and Irish. No French, Italian, Africa, etc. All right, well, there we know. Isn't that French, Italian, or part Africa? Teresa says, hi, honey. Yes, finally doing Wasted Lunch. Ended up being delayed quite a bit. I was out, doing the list. Got everything taken care of. We're all good there. Let's see. Oh, Teresa said tomorrow is a craft show thing, 10 to 4, yeah. And that's going to be at St. Clement's Church in their fellowship hall, I think. Jonah says, I would love to take the Ancestry DNA test to see exactly where I am from. It's $99, I believe. What do you got to do? You got to spit in a cup or something for that? Cotton swab? How do they do that to get your DNA? Oh, yeah. I'll throw in another thing about that. Yeah, guys, if you get the chance, go to that craft shop. There's going to be some good chocolates in there. Good candies made by Teresa in there. But yeah, the DNA thing, yeah, I think my sister was thinking about doing that Ancestry thing. Doing the DNA test. Teresa says, I had to do errands, so by the time you're done, it would be my lunchtime, and I can see Wasted Lunch. You had to do errands. By the time you're done, it would be my lunchtime, and I can see lunch. Okay, so are you talking about because I did errands? I'm confused. Doesn't take a whole lot to confuse me, guys. Mike's on here. How we doing, Mike? Hope you're doing fantastic. I hope your birthday yesterday was awesome. But yeah, that's funny how the timing ended up. Teresa, how you ended up being on here. But okay, Teresa said you had, yeah, I had some running to do. I was running. Jonah says, hey Teresa, your husband deserves an award for the best Facebook live show. I enjoy every second of it. Exclamation point, even. Wow. Makes me feel good. Which I told somebody today about the show. Actually at the bank. Told a lady at the bank about the show. This lady, believe it or not, doesn't even have Facebook, I found out. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, you need to rectify that shit. You need to get on Facebook, damn it. You need to get on there and waste your lunch. Of course. Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know how, today's another one of those days, guys, where I would not. Okay, Sean says, now y'all definitely have to meet. Yeah, well, we do. We got to. Like I said, the coffee, put on a pot of coffee. Coffee's free. Enjoy some hot coffee and bullshit. That's the best way to do it. Teresa says, yes, he does. What are you going to get him? Well, I'll tell you what I would like, actually, is, if you guys can, just spread the word. Share with people. Say, hey, watch this shit. Watch it on YouTube even after the fact. Because I upload these to YouTube too. Which you guys already know. One of my dreams, I guess I'd say dream, or plans, is that hopefully in the future I will be doing YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. Simulcasting, I guess you'd call it. There, give me a chance to use that word. I don't even know if that's right. Simulcasting. Maybe it's right. I like using the word. Simulcast sounds fun. But that's what I'd like to do. But yeah, spread the word about it. Get more people in on it. And I'd appreciate that. See, haven't heard from Mike. Mike might be busy. We were talking earlier about what some people do while they're watching Wasted Lunch. Because Jonah was grocery shopping. I don't know if he's still grocery shopping with his pops, but he was busy laughing at cereal boxes while he was watching Wasted Lunch. And I talked about how Jimmy was at his work, sitting in his car laughing at his groin while watching Wasted Lunch. So maybe Mike does goofy stuff while watching Wasted Lunch. I don't know. I'm always here. You guys know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, Mike's driving. Okay. Oh, great. So if some bad shit happens, Mike's going to blame it on me. It's going to be like, well, it all started with a guy from Ohio, see? You know, as he's in New York, gets into some shit, you know, runs over some old lady in a walker. Yeah, it's not my fault. Old buddy of mine from Ohio, see, he's doing a show, and it's really his fault for capturing my attention. Wonder if that'd work as an excuse. Probably not. Probably not. But see, that's another crazy thing. You know, Mike, that's another cool thing about the technology, though. Mike's over here. He's driving in New York somewhere, probably. And his ass watching the show. I mean, I do appreciate technology, you know. It's just some of the evils that come with it, you know. Let's see, Jonah says, Sean, we should take a trip to Paul's next time. We can hang out. Coffee sounds good to me. We can plan some adventures to catch a melonheads or to check out the creepy cemetery past Baylor Beach. I'm currently in checkout line number 11, and I have 2 people in front of us to go. Shop, 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 Jonah, shop. Get her done. Isn't that what that one comedian said? Get her done. Yeah, get it done, man. Then checkout not. If you want to catch Jonah Bailey live, he'll be in checkout line 11. Yeah. Yeah, I went grocery shopping today, and I'll tell you what, it was a perfect damn grocery shopping for me. I had to get 2 things out of Walmart, and I knew what they were before I went in that store, guys, and I love that. I love going directly in that damn store, going exactly to where I need to go, grabbing my 2 shits, and leaving. So that was good. Of course, I didn't know exactly what aisle the stuff I was looking for was in, but it helped because there was a worker out there. So I just asked the lady, I'm past that macho shit where you don't ask for directions. I ask for directions. So I don't want to play around Walmart all day. So I just straight up asked, grabbed my 2 things, got the hell out of there. Well, I paid for them first. Sean says, what day work? P.S. Good for everyone. Okay, or that could be read, what workday P's good for everyone. You know, I think I said it before, Wednesdays are rough on me. Thursday, but the other days of the week, you know, during business week are pretty good for me. Wednesdays are a little tough. So I just pretty much don't schedule anything on Wednesdays. So, and other than that, you know, I'm pretty open, man. Pretty open. My schedule is pretty wide open. Besides that, let's see. Jonah says these cashiers are slow as shit. It makes me sad and mad all at once. My dad keeps rolling his eyes. LMAO. So Jonah is sad and mad at the same time. So he is tearing and angry. That seems like a strange kind of ambivalent feeling. So you're wanting to cry and you're wanting to wring somebody's neck at the same time. Sean says, what day works good for everyone? I say Thursday, man. Thursdays are cool. Thursdays are good days. You know, maybe we'll PM and shit, you know, that on the Facebook Messenger thing. We'll talk about it that way. I'm sure Jonah has that too. Mike, when the hell are you going to be in Ohio sometime? That's a good question too, guys. When the hell is Mike Link going to get his ass back to Ohio? Ain't seen that boy in some time. Shit, it's been a while. Probably been 100 pounds since I seen him. I'm talking about my pounds, not his. Yes, that's how I measure time, guys, in pounds. Not hours, not minutes, not seconds. Teresa says, crazy day at work. Busy? Busy as shit, is that the problem? You need to go into your Zen mode. Deep breaths, belly breathing. Breathe with the diaphragm. Sean says, maybe we can create a Facebook group, just the three of us. Be a small group. We'd have to let Mike in. What would the group be about? Exploration? Boldly going where no human being has gone before? Let's see. Mike says, I haven't been there since my grandma passed away. Oh. Yeah, well, I was sorry to hear about your grandma back when that happened. But, maybe you need to make an excuse and get back to Ohio. Do some visiting. It'd be cool to see you. Put you on the show. Which, speaking of being on the show, that'd be fun, too. Me, Jonah, and Sean trying to cram all our talking heads into the same show at the same time. That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Oh, man. Teresa says all kinds of weird crap going on. Uh-oh. That could be computer, that could be anything, huh? I mean, how weird are we talking? Are we talking about, like, typewriters and shit floating around in the office? What kind of weird are we talking here, honey? Sean says, well, a messenger group. Okay, I see what you mean. See, when I thought group, when you said group, I'm thinking a Facebook group, and I'm like, what the hell? Start a Facebook group where we just, my mind is stuck in Facebook land for some reason. But yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to do a show where we're all three on the show, too. That'd be interesting. Okay, time to take a sip of water. Yeah. Teresa says, computer shutting down while I'm typing. That's not cool. That's not cool. Now, Teresa, I had a question because I already said it. I hope I didn't tip my hand or tip your hand. But you have Maslin Tiger sucker molds, right? You can make Maslin Tiger chocolate lollipops, right? I sure as hell hope you can, because I already said that you can do that stuff. Teresa says, super cold in here today. Yeah, it's weird. Where Teresa works, they have radiated heating. And it's weird because the building doesn't look that old, okay? It's not like a real super old ass building from like the 40s or something. So it seems weird that they have radiated heating, but they do. So I guess when it's warm, it's hot, and when it's cool, it's cold, I guess. So, I just got a pating from Sean, so Sean might be working on that group thingy. I have to check that out after the broadcast. But yeah, radiated heating. So either freezing or burning up, I guess. Let's see. Teresa says, yes, I do. Okay, she does have molds for the tiger stuff. I told you. So I wasn't lying. I feel better about myself that I wasn't lying. Uh-oh. You guys hear those ding-ding noises? That's Sean working some kind of cyber magic. Doing the mystical things he knows how to do with Messenger, I guess. So I think he created a group thing. So I have to check that out. Sean says, already created. See, Sean's a good techie guy. Mike says it's a very popular heat source. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll tell you what, I wish I had radiated heating out in my shop, in my garage. I could dig that. I could get behind, radiated heat in there. I'd like that. I'd like any regular heat source. Right now I've got these two, they're called parabolic heaters. And they look like fans. Okay, and they got this round, wiry thing on them that glows like a toaster. And they project the heat. Sean says, gotta go, guys. Bye. All right, we'll see you, Sean. I'll check out the group thing, dude. Thanks for setting it up. Teresa says, bye. Yeah, I got these parabolic heaters. Parabolic heaters. That's the term for them. but they look like toasters inside the toaster when they heat up. Oh, Teresa said bye, Sean. And they project the heat. It's really weird. I mean, they do throw off heat, okay, but it's only in a certain direction. Once you go outside of where they're pointing, you don't feel any heat at all. So now I've got two of them, which is cool because I can plug in two of them and aim them both at both sides of me, from either side, which is neat. But if you're up and moving around a lot, it's not as helpful, Like if I'm up and moving, it's like I'm in the shop, which is in my garage, and so when I'm in front of them, yeah, I'm warm, and then walk out of the way, and it's just cold all over again. Teresa says, I gotta go back, babe. Love you. See you later. All right, love you too, honey. You have a great day, and I will see you later. Marcus Edwards is watching. Oh my gosh, what's up, Marcus? What's happening? Mike says, can you light your smoke with it? That's a good question, Mike. I don't know. I'll bet I could. I'll bet I could light it because it's really damn hot. These wires get really hot, so I'll bet I could light a smoke with it. But I probably wouldn't, because just in case I messed them up, because I need them so bad, because it's like the only heat source I have in my shop. So I wouldn't do that because I'd just be worried that I'd screw it up. But I'll bet I could light a smoke off it. It is an interesting idea. But here's the thing, though. I don't think I want to get that damn close to this thing. I mean, they are pretty hot. They're pretty warm. But like I said, it's weird because, you go, like, let's say this is the dividing line and the heat is projected this way. You go right outside of that and you're cold. Cold, warm. Cold, warm. It's really weird like that. It is. I don't know if you call it infrared heating. I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of scientific name for that shit, but I don't know it. It works. It works, but it's not, it doesn't heat up my whole shop. It doesn't do that. That's where, a ventless heater would be nice to have hooked up out there, a ventless heater or something like that, or even radiated heating. I'll tell you what I always thought would be incredible is to have that radiated floor heating or whatever, where you got the pipes and stuff in the floor heating up. I think they use antifreeze, and it goes through a hot water tank, and it heats up, and it goes through the pipes. Wow, that floor heating. Oh my gosh, that's always seemed like, wow, that would be luxurious. Because then your feet would be warm, and, heat rises, so, it'd be nice. Now, my neighbor has an automotive garage, and he has that radiated floor heating, and it's nice. I mean, he works out there all year round, so it works for him. I'd like to have it, but, having that kind of stuff done after the fact, after you've already got a garage, I don't know, they'd probably have to tear out the floor and all that shit. I don't have that kind of loot. Don't have that kind of dough. But it'd be nice. And heating is one of those things. It's funny. Every year I think about it, but I always think about it when the fall comes. Always think about it then. Not that I ever find myself having a huge chunk of change to throw at something like getting a huge heating system for my shop. I never found myself, I've got thousands of dollars to spare right now. What should I spend it on? That shit doesn't happen with me. But, there's some, I don't know. It's definitely a reality, isn't it? In these parts of the world. Every damn winter is a reality having to deal with. But, and then I think, what about one of those huge ass heaters? One of them big box things that just throws out all that heat. Those Resners, stuff like that. Let's see. Mike says, or you can add an extra 4 inches of concrete on top of the old floor. Yeah, that really, yeah, I thought that too. That's a lot of concrete though. I mean, don't get me wrong, my ceiling's high enough to where it's not like it would be, like I'd be bumping my head on the ceiling or anything like that, but I don't know. It's just, luckily, like I said, I don't have money to even worry about that. Let's see, Jonah says, just talk to an older couple where the husband is a tiger and the wife is a bulldog. It was nice to tease her a bit, LOL. She said, see you next year. I replied, ding, ding. That bell sounds so good. Nice. Isn't that cute? And a bulldog and a tiger couple. It happens. I wonder if their front yard has a tiger and a bulldog thing sticking up. Opposites attract, I guess. You'll have that. Let's see, she's a bulldog and he's a tiger. I wonder what their kids look like. Time is 2:37 on oven standard, guys. I have to get off here. I have to try and make myself get back on the schedule, even though I'm way off schedule because I started late. But I've got to sort of try to get back on schedule, whatever that means. So I'm going to have to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for contributing very much. Thanks for participating. I'm going to hop off of here and make myself exercise. Let's see. Oh, Mike says hang a radiant heater from the ceiling. From the ceiling, eh? Wouldn't the heat just go up, though? Or how would it reach me? Would I have to put a fan on it to blow the hot air down? I'm just wondering about that. I don't know. There's so many options, and right now I have to think of cheap options. I ever come into some cash, like I'm going to fall into it, stumble over a couple $1 million somewhere, then I'm going to make sure I take care of that heating problem for damn sure. But it's just not in my budget right now. So, it's alright. That's what wool socks are for, isn't it? Now, it sounds like Jonah's done with his shopping, and I got to hop off here. Mike, I don't know what you're doing if you're still driving. If you are, be careful. I'm going to wish you guys best of days. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. And anybody who hopped on here after the fact, after it's already been recorded, I want to thank you guys for watching. And, Monday through Friday, noon-ish, Wasted Lunch is on Facebook Live. So try and check it out. Let's see. Mike says no, they warm up mass and surface area, not the air. Okay. I think I know what kind of heating you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. Well, I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'm going to look into that stuff. And probably in the meantime, I'm just going to be aiming those 2 little heaters at me. But yeah, I'm going to hop off here, guys. Thanks for being on. And have a great day, and I'll be back on Monday, and we can do it all over again. Till then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Bye.